Yeah, he never played Lifestealer in his professional career. I wonder why.
It's the first time for everything.
Yeah, pick Stealer on the off lane. I don't know. Like, this has to be one of the funniest in quite some time. I did facepalm heavily after seeing. I'm like, okay, this is it. But maybe they can make it work. The problem is OG last pick Troll, so...
Both cores countered.
Both cores countered, and this time around OG has a much better draft. They have answers for Keeper of the Light. They have heroes who can jump him. Pango, Mars, again going back to offlane Lifestealer. This is the... I think everybody who plays Dota kind of experienced this Lifestealer, either jungle with PMS, Iron Talon at one point, or some position 5 Lifestealer, or some offlane where the guy's like, you're not gonna do... I've seen this in the pub games. This doesn't work, this cannot work.
Midas into Radiance, yeah, go straight for it. But yeah, we're in game 2, we're in the upper bracket. It's a best of 3. BetBoom just giving OG a chance here to take us to game 3. As yeah, we'd love to see either of these teams honestly head forward to that next round, because they can both go up against old teammates.
Yeah.
You know, OG can play against Moon Meander and that original OG, and of course Thompson on Tundra are waiting for them later on down the line. And then of course BetBoom Pure have that connection there as well. We'll see, of course, you know, who the victor is. This could go all the way three games with his life to offlane pick, or Syndra in his 2-0 sweep.
I can't take this game seriously after seeing... I mean, I'm down for anything, but with this misclick... Guys, stop using KEKW. It's not funny, okay? It really is.
When we've got the
hilarious.
We've got the Ringmaster and clowns coming out, right? Got a clowny band and pig face. It's fine. We'll see what happens. You know, Lifestealer, still a very strong hero in the patch. He's very powerful. Yeah, laning with a Bat Rider.
He also has a great itemization in this game. Aghanim Scepter later on against Troll to disarm him. You might also be a save once they decide to lock onto a target, because he can go inside the arena with his Rage and use Infest, Gary. That might be the play.
Incredible. Oh, the counters. They're endless. So great. So no Dagon then for the Lifestealer?
No. I think he's just going to go for the standard stuff, as we can see in his quick buy.
Fair enough. Orb
of Venom. I mean, to be honest, Gold Frenzy, best ability in the game, without a doubt. Very high skill to use as well.
Better than Solar Bind?
Most definitely. Better than Illuminate on 5 heroes. Gold Frenzy is just so OP. Maybe not as OP when you play against Troll, but yeah, gonna be a difficult game. Toronto Tokyo will reconnect. What if Lifestealer gets first blood somehow? I'm not sure how, but...
I mean, we'll start seeing pigs flying outside, honestly, won't we? The world's upside down. Maybe we'll save. Yeah, we've got some slows, got some damage going there. Yeah, Lifestealer, Bat Rider against the Shadow Demon Troll. Mid lane, that Kotl up against Pango. And then top, ET with that Faithless Void against Whisper. Mars and Ari on the Rubik. Great to see Whisper on this kind of initiating, laning hero rather than the Underlord, the Slug, who did had quite a few challenges in game number 1.
Absolutely. You have a hero who can do stuff around the map, who can be Blink Initiator. This is not going to be an easy lane for BetBoom by any means. Faceless Void with ET. I don't know how much they're going to be able to get from the bottom lane, but it can be quite difficult. I think they will need to survive this laning stage. If 10-15 minutes into the game they're not down by like 5,000, I think BetBoom, they're in a good spot.
Hello! Poor Ari. Stack ruined. Unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like we're having a few little issues. Have them disconnect and reconnect again.
Stack ruined on one side.
Like in draft.
Or yeah, or a misclick during the draft. They ran out of time. I think I would choose the first option.
You need something to blame, right? That's the way of things. Poor Ari. Having a sad time. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about how this game's going to go. You know, OG, I guess, easier to understand, right? Their draft has been crafted. It's been molded. They had intention behind it. And that Troll Ward last pick seems pretty damn nice here against that Lifestealer and Faceless Void. How much action do they have to make, though, with this Mars and Pango with their ultimates in that kind of mid-game?
Pango can get on top of Keeper of the Light. The problem is you have that heal, level 6, so sometimes it can be tricky. You feel you're committing underneath the tower if there's a rotation from one of the supports. BetBoom, their supports, they love to rotate. These heroes are very good at coming to the mid lane and getting a kill, especially with Keeper of the Light. You don't have that instant stun, but Keeper of the Light with Solar Bind, you should be able to get something in return. BZM says he still needs a minute. They need to get the laughs out after seeing this. I mean, Lifestealer's doing good. He's 8-0.
I know. He's getting the clicks in. He's got a Bracer and a Quelling Blade. He's having a grand old time. And it looks like they've also managed to Sentry and Observer Ward back in that Kotl camp on the Dire side, so no mucking around there. Keep things unlocked for GPK's Kotl to stack and farm for himself. So far, so good for the Pango, though. We've seen plenty of this, right? Stacking up to the denies. BZM already 9 and 3.
Yeah, now you'll have 2 position 1 heroes who can get outside of the arena for free with Rage, with Time Walk, so that's good. Panel, they were talking about potential Lifestealer pick that can maybe come out instead of that Faceless Void, but yeah.
I mean, how many heroes in Dota now? Like 120?
Yeah.
120 plus? There are probably 100 heroes that would have been far worse than a Lifestealer in that situation, right?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, Lifestealer is one of the best carries in the
Drow
patch right now. If it was Drow Ranger, I think they would play Drow safe lane and put Faceless Void on the off lane.
Okay.
Like, you could have a hero from the off lane and make it work. Let's say they picked, you know, some casual Necro. They got, like, Spirit Breaker, Tide, whatever. You could get away with a lot of different heroes, because this hero doesn't do anything. Like, he needs to right-click you. Let's say you got, I don't know, Chen off. Chen was banned, so never mind.
The offlane Chen. I mean, it was done. It was done.
It was done, yeah.
For a while, yeah. Absolutely possible to. That's the wondrous thing about Dota, right? Anything is possible. You can make anything work if you try hard enough. Put the hours in, practice your trade. But like you said, Miero has not actually played Lifestealer in a pro game yet. This is a first for him.
What a shocker. Didn't play Lifestealer off lane.
We need to bring back Necro Book so we can actually play summons. You know, he's very good at microing and summons. Get to late game, get that Book of the Dead.
What if he gets Helm of the Overlord on Lifestealer?
Ooh.
And then infest
it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're onto something here. Is it good though?
Probably not, but
it'd be funny. Absolutely wild. I mean, is there anything that's like out of the ordinary for OG that they have to do to like answer this? Are they at all scared, or is this going to be a stroll in the park for them?
I think they're in a pretty good spot. You know, you basically don't have an off-laner. A good thing for BetBoom is you have Keeper of the Light, one of the heroes that comes online super fast. We've seen 7-minute Spirit Vessel in the previous game, so he can make the moves. And I think this time around, GPK might need to sacrifice a little bit of his own farm and might need to die. Yeah, that's that's a scary one for him.
Not GPK.
The bad thing is you have Faceless Void. This hero also doesn't come online super fast. If we were talking about maybe, you know, them having Luna, them having Sven, then things would be much more difficult because you can be active, but with Lifestealer in the team, they need time. This lineup definitely needs a lot of time to come online.
Right. I think as Effie's saying on the panel as well, the potential's there for Save on his Batrider to say, screw you, Miero. You know, you're on an island out there. I'm going to kind of abandon and strand you down there. I'm going to go stack. You know, Batrider could stack, build things up, farm it out himself, get some good early items. So they actually will have someone to play alongside that Kotl. That was the most important thing in game one, right? The Keeper of the Light was moving into side lanes and had multiple cores and supports to play with. If the Void and the Lifestealer are non-factors in the first 20 minutes, you need this Bat and ET to really, really be on the ball and active early on.
Did they? They didn't. I was thinking about blocking the big camp for Keeper of the Light. This time around, OG did not do it. They even planted Observer Board, which you cannot see, but you know, gotta keep you entertained while this pause is going on until we resolve some of the issues. And we're not talking about the Lifestealer offlane issues, because this might take a while to fix. This Lifestealer offlane.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem that needs some get the brain trust together, get them all thinking about it. I'm just thinking back. You know, it mentioned the TI9 gyro incident. We've had some situations where I remember Eternal Envy would leave bans blank, so they would leave more heroes in the pool, so they would have more options, right? Because if there's a pool of 3 heroes and your opponent's going to ban 2 of them, you want 1 left in there, so you kind of open the draft for yourself. Are there any other instances where we've had players or teams kind of misdraft or leave a ban open or accidentally choose the wrong hero?
Not that I remember. I think the biggest one so far was Insania at TI. This is gonna come close. I think this one's gonna be remembered. It's always BetBoom team with some shenanigans because during TI, Tormi was killing them. I think we've said this story multiple times, but Nightfall playing Muerta, he dies. That's his only death in the game pretty much. Dies to Tormi, kills Save as well. Then you had, during Elite League, you had BetBoom team trying to siege the high ground multiple times in a row while having 20, 25, sometimes even 30k net worth advantage and not being able to win the game. This team can't catch a break.
They love challenging themselves. You know, every game is a hurdle to get over. As we still saw Mr. Centaur there in the jungle, just watching us, seeing what's going on. As we get back into the game, looks like everything resolved now. 0-0, game 2 in this best of 3. If you're just joining us with OG against the BetBoom team. Mid lane, GBK against BZM. The Kotl versus Pango. Pretty dead even in the farm. Down at bottom, the offlane Lifestealer. Welcome to 2024. Dota 2 in a wonderful place. It was a misclick. It was an accidental missed ban and pick, it looked like. As up at top, Whisper is going to whiff his spear. Good move from Nightfall and Toronto-Tokyo to grab the Lotus.
Yeah, whiff spear. He strikes again. Unable to, because he tried to go for Faceless Void to try to spear him away, but they kind of ganked up on him to pick up that Lotus Orb. I'm wondering what the comms are for BetBoom. Like, right, they definitely need to release some true sight after the tournament ends to see what was going on.
We could see, like, if you're lip reading from OG side, saw Bonkers going, whoops, you know, whoops-a-daisy. Yeah, I don't know. I think in that situation, just like, guys, don't worry, it's fine. You know, it's not a super decisive match, right? It's not elimination time. It's upper bracket. You've got room for mistakes here.
Making a move, but it's been scouted. GPK still goes on that side. Might need a little bit of help. Ari, Blood Grenade, Telekinesis available, but he's speedy. Look at his horse, Gary.
It's amazing.
It really is.
Incredibly fast. Denies the water rune as well. Oh, what an absolute pest. And GPK's out of there. Drags the Radiant Creep Wave with him as well. So that's so many things that he's got done to mitigate the losses. And actually, you know, no harm comes of it. And then, of course, we leave Whisper alone up top. So he's being bullied a little bit by that ET. Oh, he's going to come back into that top lane to help out. But so far, very good from OG as we see in this early laning stage. 24-7 through to 20-5 on their 3 cores. Faceless Void, the big loser in the first 5 minutes. 15-1 for Nightfall, having some struggles. OG setting themselves up for a good exit to the laning stage.
Not too bad. Lifestealer sitting at 20 CS. He has more CS than Nightfall at this point. He's the real carry of the team.
But
can Nightfall get the kill here?
Looks like he can.
Yes, he can.
First blood onto Whisper. Trade out there. Ari takes down Toronto-Tokyo just moments after the first blood is spilled.
Great start for BetBoom. Like, this is exactly what you need. We just talked about Faceless Void having the lowest CS of all cores, but getting that first blood, and he will have power treads 5 minutes into the game, plus Raid Band, which is not too bad. Your Lifestealer, he is CSing nicely.
I feel like we're going to have a couple more pauses, though, because Miero's going to have to tab out to Dota2 Pro Tracker to see what kind of build he has to go for, find out what items he needs, as he tries to munch on Seb, but a wise TP back from the big man himself, gets the Fountain.
Yeah, I think he's going to be talking a lot to Nightfall, what needs to be done with the hero. I also want to see if there's going to be, you know, some adjustments in terms of item build, because this is one of the heroes that is kind of locked in with the itemization. I still feel he might just pick up Armored Radiance from the offlane, and then get Aghanim Scepter to counter Troll.
Fair enough. It looks like he's got phase boots queued up, maybe the armlet as well. Whisper up top, feeling the pain from this first GPK rotation.
That's exactly what they need. Perfect.
And another kill onto Whisper, because he, again, they've put Whisper on this hero that is kind of the linchpin team fighter for OG. Has always been. Good move by Save, gets the high ground with the Firefly and the bonk from that Rolling Thunder. BZM not able to connect in a meaningful way. Yeah. But does still have the haste.
Using a Rolling Thunder just to secure the rune and picks up the perfect rune. I think both runes would work, haste and illusion rune, because he can dispel it, but haste rune definitely better.
Giving the clicks to Toronto-Tokyo here as well with Ari. And the Titan looks pretty done for here, but the Illuminate... Toronto-Tokyo survives with the Magic Stick raindrops, and that Illuminate...
Illuminate heal plus damage.
Surprises me every time. Yeah, the heal, you're right.
they even saw him, I believe, with the Observer ward, because they just planted it, and this might also get the warded. He did not expect this damage to come out from Keeper of the Light. Good start for BetBoom. 3-1, 6 minutes into the game.
It's like a double what? Like, how did he not die and how did I die?
Seb might steal the rune. Save does have Flame Break available. We'll push him away.
Oh, the 7-minute rune doesn't belong to him.
That's a good one, Gary. I infected you.
You work with the best and eventually, you know, you pick up on a couple of tricks. Well, Nightfall now in that. You know, 1v1 with Whisper for a little bit, but both supports will start meandering themselves back out to that top spot. Now this small camp unblocked means Toronto Tokyo can always pull and drag things back. Good little snipe on the courier there, though, from Whisper.
Things are looking good for BetBoom. In terms of net worth, you have Keeper of the Light on top of it. Then you have Faceless Void, who's second. Lifestealer on the bottom. He, like, had first couple of waves available. Didn't get that kill. Maybe was, like, couple of right clicks away from getting a kill on Seb. They also secured their rune. He was the one who picked it up, which means that one of the supports is not gonna get it, but I think that's fine. I think you need to give Miero any kind of advantage that you can, considering that what he's playing from the offlane.
Absolutely right. And Save guarding that bottom rune. Arcane spawns top. Rubik's gonna try and guard it here as GPK makes his way over. Elder Titan arriving though. Good swashbuckle into Rolling Thunder, the lift up there, but that heal from Illuminate.
That's exactly what we said. You need to be careful about those heals happening when Pangolier rolls on top of you. And there's another one, back to full HP.
Yeah. What can you do to stop it? Absolutely nothing.
That's a Urn of Shadow Shard. That's Spirit Vessel, 8 minutes. Now he can go for some solo kills. He's steeping to the top lane. Nightfall, Chrono available.
Oh, it's huge if they can kill Whisper again. Chrono with the damage from this Kotl. Looks like it's plenty. Whisper dead. That's his third death, right? Yeah, 0-3-1 on Whisper. The hero that we really need for OG here to get up and running out this laning stage with those arenas to create the action they need. Because Troll, you know, good laner, but still needs that period of time where he's finishing off Battle Fury to get into his second item. That's the real big one.
Yeah, imagine showing somebody who didn't play Dota for quite some time this Troll build. You're like, okay, Null Talisman, what the hell is this item? Cornucopia, and then having a Lotus.
A Lotus, yeah. What's this little flower thing in his inventory? What's that? He's got 2 of them, they stack? Yeah. Good old stuff. Yeah, Tomato, Battle Fury. Yasha and then BKB. Queued up for him.
Miero in the outer ring right now, has that Infest available. They managed to stabilize. This is really good. Nightfall is being active as Faceless Void. Oh, vision provided. He's dead.
Oh, absolutely is. GPK getting some more of those charges on his Spirit Vessel. And Nightfall, yeah, getting really, really involved. 4,500 net worth. You know, didn't have the best lane in terms of last hit, but GPK just ping-ponging from one side of the map to the other, pushing around BZM, forcing a defensive role. So far, they've completely neutered OG's aggression, right? Killing Whisper, delaying his 6, forcing BZM to make these defensive moves, and still hunting for the kills on top.
They're not done.
They'll go for another.
Solar Bind in 5 seconds, available now with Chakra Magic. Seb looks very dead here. There's a rotation from Ahri. Okay.
Oh God, Seb.
They need to bring numbers. They need to do something, because right now, GPK is running at them constantly with this Solar Bind plus Spirit Vessel.
And he's permanently full HP, full mana.
That's what Kotl does. Also holding on to Fairy's Trinket. They're going to clear some of these stacks early on. Miero also pretending to be helping.
Take them all down. And who's getting the lion's share of this? It's Miero munching on the big creeps. Easy money for the life stealer. Kotl is going to sit in that mid lane. You were talking about it game 1, the ability to defend towers as well, just constantly blasting back creep waves, so there's not even an ability to push into these objectives with, you know, if OG wanted to group as 5, use some big teamfight ultis, they can't even get on top of tier 1s.
Yeah, I see Whisper, who has Soul Ring in his quick buy. I think you skip it. I think you just buy a Blink Dagger here. You need to catch Keeper of the Light before he gets a defensive. This is a BKB game for Keeper of the Light. Even though there is Shadow Demon, they're going to be jumping you. You're going to be playing with Pango. There is no save on your side. Maybe with some Infest coming out from the, you know, very popular Lifestealer off lane. But so far, so good for BetBoom. Lifestealer, he is catching up. He's going to be turning into a core.
Whisper Looks like he's dead again. And Kotl.
They can't allow this to happen. BZM, like, he's about to finish off his Diffusal Blade. As soon as he gets that, there needs to be a smoke from OG to try to get some advantage early on, because Keeper of the Light is getting away with too much. And also, the longer this game goes, it's better. BetBoom, they... like, you have Lifestealer, one of the better carries in the late game, and then you also have Faceless Void, the ultimate carry.
Oh, he's got the items queued up. Armlet Radiance for Lifestealer. He's getting there. But yeah, GPK just everywhere on this map, finding openings wherever he turns up. And the timings, right? This Kotl, you always talk about that 7-minute, 8-minute Spirit Vessel, gets into his next big item, very, very speedy. So difficult to contend with when he is the tempo setter here from BetBoom. Whisper now with the defensive Ahri. BZM coming in with Seb as well through that top jungle. All scouted out, though, by 2 Dire Observer wards, seeing OG arriving.
Maybe this was a 200 IQ play. They see Rubik. In the last game, you were stealing Firestone from the enemy offlane. This time around, they're like, what if we pick Lifestealer? He cannot steal anything from our offlane.
So we were talking about this the other day, right? I think there was an old content piece with Blitz and Cap and some of the old boys, you know, doing some stuff there with enemy Rubik, and like, okay, we're gonna not level our spells. I'm Enigma. I'm not gonna level Black Hole. I'm Wraithking. I'm only gonna level my passives. Don't let Ahri have any spells whatsoever. Don't let Ahri have any space whatsoever. In comes GPK. Oh, he's trapped in this arena with the Rolling Thunder on top of him. Kills off the Rubik, but Whisper and BZM surrounding this Kotl, who is still surviving with a heal of the Illuminate. GPK still up and running.
Still alive.
No way is he allowed to get away with this. Dodges the Swashbuckle. BZM misses it. Oh, it's a disaster for OG as BetBoom clear the way, take them down, and dominating streak for Nightfall. I mean, I thought GPK was dead there, but Kotl is never late. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Yeah, that's what the Wizards do, Gary. But that was a nice play. Infest, so he comes with Boots of Travel onto Infested Creep from a Lifestealer. And I think he's going to need... like, these blasts are way too much heal. It definitely is. And look at that sidestep to dodge the Swashbuckle. BZM tried to go for it, but... unfortunately, did not get it. And they managed to stabilize. They know that they're in a lot of trouble right now.
Pain. Pain and suffering. 2 to 10.
Tomato, he's the one who does have a lot of farm, but unfortunately, it's Troll. This hero is easily kited. You're playing against Keeper of the Light. Blinding Light, Solar Bind is very annoying. Spirit Vessel, so you're not getting the lifesteal off of it, and very difficult to catch. Even though he does have good item timings, 14-minute Battle Fury plus Null Talisman, I guess, plus Phase Boots. It's a new tech, getting the extra mana from Null. Feels ugly, looks ugly in the inventory, but it gets the job done.
And Miero now, you know, it's like, okay, Nightfall, I'm the carry. This is my top lane. I'm the safe lane, and we all Whisper. We're starting to feel the nerves, the adrenaline, whatever it is. OG missing a couple of spells in that last fight, and right here as well. Swashbuckle and the Spear off the mark.
BetBoom, they want to smoke. They do have Spirit Vessel again available, Blink Lasso and Save.
Sab's going to grab up one of these bounty runes, but he's walking into a dangerous neck of the woods right now. Miero sat around half HP. OG swinging into mid, but with the ET Spirit there, they'll see them coming. As a Kobold and a Rubik just being munched on by Miero, and it looks like this Lifestealer might just have it. The Spear is good, though. Ahri given a new lease on life, but with Save arriving, not the Blink Lasso, the Illuminate, Blinding Light,
they got Whisper.
Save out of Seb onto Whisper's Mars, but this Earthsplit is coming, and it's far too much damage to deal with. OG lose another 2 as the off-lane Lifestealer sets up the team fight by walking at people.
And Chrono in the bottom lane.
You're right.
He's so active. That might be a triple kill for him. We'll try to use the blast.
In the 16th minute, look to the northwest, and you'll see GPK arriving and taking down Tomato. Oh, we got the battle trance off, but is that enough? Nah, with a Spirit Vessel on him, Nightfall and GPK making short work.
What a freaking useless ability, this battle trance.
I mean, it lives up to the hero name, right? It trolls yourself sometimes.
He really does. GPK, he's popping off completely. He's like, guys, somebody will need to carry you because of this offlane Lifestealer, and yeah. That's going to be All-Terrain Core finished after Boots of Travel, 17, 18 minutes.
I can't believe it's 2 to 13 and a 4K lead here for BetBoom after that draft.
He's involved in, how many? 12 out of 13 kills on GPK.
Incredible. Yeah, this Kotl is a serious problem. Like this has to go up the ranks, up the rungs of the ladder quickly in that draft priority. First phase ban against BetBoom, it feels like, unless you have serious counters. I mean, OG, they've still got this Arena, Rolling Thunder, with a couple of very nice supports, but they've got to start playing together. They can't allow Whisper to get picked off time and time again with a Gold Frenzy, taking him down.
This has to be one of the worst games I've seen Whisper had in a really long time. 1-7-1.
And we saw game number 1.
Yeah, that was also a difficult game, but this time around, he's getting countered. Like, you're playing against Faceless Void, you're playing against Lifestealer, this overtime damage. There's no rotations. Like, they need to make something happen, because I said that if they're not up by 5k at 15 minutes with their draft against Lifestealer from the offlane and Faceless Void, that they're just going to be in a lot of trouble. Tomato trying to go for something. There is Infest, of course.
Yeah, I mean, he really is like a ghoul from Fallout. He seems invulnerable, immortal. His Lifestealer hasn't died yet. 0-0-4, just roaming around the wasteland doing whatever the hell he wants to.
They might need to ban it next time they play against BetBoom.
Ban the POS 3 Lifestealer. Mr. Nyx himself, demolishing teams from the offlane. Right, here's a move. Here's a play. Miero getting run at. Demonic Purge, spear back, gets off the rage and the TP, but here comes the troll. And snares and roots him up. The armor toggle, though, gets out of the arena. Armor toggle again, but Miero's down. Some slick moves, but still, OG find the kill.
Yeah, second hit root. Oh, that's going to be another big one if they can get him. Save did pick up the shield rune. We'll try to TP away. Rolling Thunder. Nice blink out.
Oh,
Whisper, he's here.
Beautiful.
That was such a cool play from Save. Faking the TP and then realizing that Rolling Thunder will still connect.
I think Whisper might have meant to tip the Batrider there accidentally. He gets thrown to Tokyo in the crossfire.
Very nice play coming out from Save. This guy is on another level.
That really is perfect. Yeah, they are upper echelon right now, BetBoom. It's been a year and a half since they're formed, and this was meant to be, and I guess still is, the star-studded roster from Eastern Europe that we've kind of expected, but they've struggled. You know, that final hurdle, whether it is pushing high ground or getting to grand finals or winning series against better teams, they haven't quite found that stride, that momentum they've needed. But so far this tournament, you know, day one a little shaky, but they've been going strong since then.
Yeah, this is a team that got a lot of good results in the past, like 6 months or so, but never managed to lift the trophy. I don't know. I feel like this team, like, we did have this conversation, and I feel like, you know, they already came far in the tournament. Things are looking good. They managed to, you know, stabilize this second game as well, but yeah, definitely one of the top contenders to win the whole thing.
Well, even though the kills looks pretty nasty here for OG, it's still a 1k lead.
They're
less
keeping
than that, even for BetBoom. Yeah, Troll Ward is at the top of the net worth. Mars and the Pango not too far behind the rest of the pack either.
The thing is, BetBoom, they don't need to rush anything. Like, they can just chill and farm, wait.
They can't rush anything.
Yeah, exactly. Nightfall, about to finish off his BKB, needs another 1,000 gold, and they know exactly where they are. You could see GPK drawing on a minimap.
Tomato nearly gets found there by Save, lurking in the shadows. 4 members of BetBoom going to clear out that top wave. Maybe look for the tier 1. OG were hunting on that right side of the map. Nothing comes of it. They've got to come back and try and defend that mid tower against the new waves coming in.
Vision game from BetBoom. They have, I believe, 5 observer boards on the map right now. I think one just expired, so 4.
Oh, Ari, prospecting. Give that gold to Tomato. Little Kobold. Stand right there. It's going to help him jungle as well. Oh, yes. Little butler. Under dire vision, though, like you're saying. BetBoom know exactly what OG are up to. And TP's ready for pretty much everyone there. Kotl with the boots of travel, of course, can be across the map in the blink of an eye. BetBoom kind of just setting up here, waiting on high grounds, waiting under wards to see if OG come to them. Like you've been saying, not in a rush, don't need to make any rash decisions. OG, the onus is on them to try and get these teamfight ultis connected in a meaningful way to take proper battles.
There's still no Radiance on Lifestealer. I mean, he's playing it from the off lane, so it doesn't get the farm priority. Will eventually get it, just 100 gold away, 200 gold from picking up that relic. Courier is available, but you see the OG, last 2-3 minutes, they're trying to make something happen, but can't find an opening.
Good vision, good reading from BetBoom. Seb trying to get a bit of golden experience down bottom alone, while Ari gets a bit of face time with the creeps in that mid lane.
OG will go for Roche.
Okay.
BZM and Tomato. They do have enough damage to bring it down.
Yeah, pretty nice grab for them. Like you say, we're still waiting for that Radiant. 900 gold for Lifestealer, but we do have BKB up for Nightfall. BetBoom probably in a pretty solid position here if they do get run at. Yeah, Rage TP from Miero. Off he goes.
The only hero he needs to be afraid of is Troll. They do have Shadow Demon ulti, but it doesn't stop the TP.
Yeah, not too much else is going to catch him.
And looking at the build from Miero. Armlet, Radiance, has Aghanim Scepter queued up next.
Perfect.
Toronto Tokyo might be the victim here. Tomato does not want to commit.
Nah, it's too spooky. We've got one Observer that saw the Faithless Void coming. Now, backing onto the ET, pops the BKB, rooting up Toronto Tokyo, but the Chrono's here. Trying to hold this Troll in place. Whisper, though, with an Arena Spear.
Good
well
Arena.
placed. Beautifully done by OG here to take down the Faithless Void. Baiting Nightfall in and getting 2 kills for the price of 1.
That was
Aegis to take down a tier 2 as well.
Huge mistake from BetBoom. The rest of the team was not there, so now they're going to lose their own Tormi. Yeah, they're not too happy about it. They should have just let them die. He also tried to toy with Troll, gets rooted, uses a Force Staff, and Nightfall. He's like, okay, I can die. I have a secondary carry, but this is very expensive debt.
It is, absolutely. Yeah, 20 seconds still on the sidelines, and Chrono, a long cooldown to expend. Yeah, to not get any kills.
So Whisper is the one who got it for free. Shard. I think they're going to need those BKBs. I see Dagon for Keeper of the Light. As soon as they kill him one more time, if he gets jumped by the arena, he's going to swap to a BKB.
This period, right, the last... Oh, hang on, that lasso back in.
They know he has no BKB.
They do protect the Troll. Tomato getting whacked around by Miero, though, and Aegis is down.
No BKB, no battle trance.
He's in trouble now, isn't he? Gonna get caught up here with another round of spells out of GPK. The Stomp is there, and comes Whisper trying to spear them back, with Miero just running forward with a Rage, charging in towards this Troll with a turnaround play with a BZM roll.
He's rooted.
Nightfall rooted and stunned as the time walk off to the northwest.
He needs help.
Does need help for the Blinding Light. Perfect from GPK. Doesn't get swashed, and BZM caught up in the Solar Bind. Miero again wanting to munch on this Pangolier. Tasty meat for this Miero Lifestealer. Tomato on the run as OG.
GPK, he wants more.
Lose their mid laner. GPK TPing forward onto the creep wave. But it looks like that will come to a close.
Yeah, GPK saving the fight there with these big Illuminate heals. Big damage coming out from him. Almost 3,000 damage. Lifestealer, his career was dead, so couldn't deliver Radiance in the previous fight. Would definitely make a difference, and now he needs to walk. Finally has it. You can feel the nerves. Whisper. Ari's inside of him.
The Stolen Infest.
Stolen Infest, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the pressure absolutely is on here. It's been kind of a funny game because we saw this Kotl previously, you know, not just in game 1, but previous games and series where for that entire period, 7 minutes to 25, he's running around finding kill after kill, but they've had to wait, just keep on farming, kind of sit back on their haunches a bit, get Nightfall and Miero into this late game situation. Infested to save. And they'll go straight onto Seb. Would have liked a bigger ticket kill there, but Whisper and Ari find themselves a nice bit of safety behind their tier 1.
Yeah, they'll take whatever they can get. And look at the itemization from OG. They want to get these Yule Scepters, they want to get these Wind Wakers. They're prepping for the super late game. They feel like this game is going to go on for a while. You need something against Chronosphere. You needed the spell of your own against Spirit's Vessel and Solar Bind, and also right against the Lasso, Chrono.
He's dead.
They have damage.
Not a chance in the world.
They're never going to lack damage having Keeper of the Light in the team. And really glad that GPK changed his item build. I did mention the BKB that if he dies once, they're going to go for him, but he has a big streak. So really glad that he decided to get a BKB instead of Dagon first. One arena could ruin you, give you, 1,000+ gold for somebody, 1,000 gold shared across other heroes. And SNY now finished on Tomato.
Halfway to his Aghanim Scepter as well already. A long-range time walks from Ari trying to catch up to someone here. But Dire Vision placed, BetBoom retreat.
They feel forced to do something. As soon as Chrono is down, they want to get something done on the map, immediately running towards the top lane, but they have problems starting the fight. We still haven't seen Whisper being that one guy who jumps in, gets the initiation going. There was this good arena placed in the bottom lane, but he wasn't the first guy jumping in.
I guess they're still in a good spot, though, with BZM scaling, right? The changes to Swashbuckle mean that this Aghanim Scepter feels much more powerful nowadays. Very close to that, so damage output from OG definitely not lacking if they can land that arena.
Yeah, they also have a good scaling lineup. You know, Shadow Demon, Rubik. That, in terms of Rubik, you don't have the best abilities to steal in this game, so that's a bit of a meh. But you know, Mars in the late game, Troll can be okay. But my problem is you're playing against Faceless Void, and this is a really farmed Faceless Void.
Dire's middle tower.
Kind of difficult for OG to contend with those cores. Tomato, give a few whacks to that tier 2 mid. A good TP out there as well as BetBoom reset themselves. Pushing out that bottom wave, but regrouping still to come back into their base. That's all with this kind of tug of war against OG. Give them a little bit of space. Let them fill that vacuum, then run away before they get the team fight readiness.
What about the Pendulum, Gary? Where's Pendulum swinging in your book?
That'll come main event, don't you worry. Well, the Pendulum is swinging in this game, right? 1k lead for BetBoom, back to 1k for OG, or I guess less than, like 10 gold lead for both these teams, swinging back and forth. This is a pretty big move for OG right now. Green lights across the board, everyone ready. Double Aghanim Scepters, the Troll and the Pango have theirs. One good arena connection that you've been calling for could be the big difference maker right now for them. Tomato's going to walk into the ET for now, dodging the stomp so he doesn't have to BKB. Kills the courier off the back of it as well. Map position though, still pretty good for BetBoom. It's a nice move from Seb here to try and force save into an awkward spot. Yule's up from Ari. Save's pretty tanky, but it looks like the rest of OG have arrived quite quickly here to dispatch the bat.
Yeah, 2 big kills, like they'll take whatever they can. Amplified damage available on Tomato. This could be a big one. If they can catch one more hero off guard, Miero needs to run away.
And it's family time over at the Ancients here for Nightfall and Miero. Everyone get their farm on. Wait for your 2 supports to respawn. As OG, they fill up this bottom side of the map, down that bottom lane into enemy Ancients. Mid lane cut and pushed as well. Not necessarily high ground time. They'd love a team fight in this area on the doorstep of BetBoom for sure. But primarily waiting for this next Roshan, which is potentially up in 20 seconds now.
Yeah, the game did slow down. We haven't seen these big team fights still coming out. Nightfall did use Chronosphere defensively to try to save, and even faster. The off-lane lifestealer, faster than the carry.
No, that's a stat.
Average pickup on Aghanim Scepter, because usually they get S and Y in between.
Oh, that's a stat.
Sometimes
BZM.
AC, BKB, but Miero in a good spot.
That's great against this Troll, right? I mean, we've talked about it previously. We'll have to talk about it again in a second, because OG in position here, ready for a fight. Smoke into smoke. It's going to break soon. GBK, the first point of contact, but he gets out. BKB's to run out of the arena. ET still being speared up and caught. Tomato run out by Miero, but Toronto Tokyo is the first casualty.
Buyback coming out.
Straight away to rejoin the fight. Nice blast though there onto BZM. Miero raged up, Infest into the Troll. Aghanim stepped into disarm and piss him off. On the right-hand side of the fight, Nightfall's running towards them. Chrono's on the right.
He's
Tomato
in trouble now.
spearing Miero. This lifestealer absolutely being battered in by Tomato, but he's got backup arriving. The lifestealer's so tanky, but Tomato shuts him down. Nightfall running away from Whisper and his BKB now, as BetBoom have lost their offlaner. And a great spear from Whisper here. Takes down Save, Yule's into the air, Faceless Void gonna land down with a thud. Trying to get himself a bit of distance, but Whisper Ari on his tail. Tomato just needs a net, a route to catch up to Toronto Tokyo, the dieback of the ET. 3 down, and OG clear out BetBoom.
Big team fight for OG. Troll did go pretty ham, fighting against the Lifestealer, but no one was fighting around Lifestealer. That was the problem. Like, you can see both of them fighting against each other, dealing 5,000 damage on one side, 4,000 damage coming up from the Lifestealer. Arena barely misses, even if he hits that, but Whisper was the one controlling the fight pretty much, and you are fighting into amplified damage Troll, so that's going to be very difficult. Nightfall was on a different side. Chronosphere, I believe it only landed onto one BZM, so I think they need to lock onto Tomato, because he does pack a punch at this point of the game.
Yeah, kind of leave BZM to his own devices. I mean, here, yeah, the Lifestealer not in a fair fight, surrounded by enemies, taken down in the midst of it all. But we have seen these kind of funny matchups, right? Lifestealer used to be hard countered by the Troll. Now, with this item build, with the Radiance and the Aghanim Scepter, he can potentially go toe-to-toe in that straight 1v1. But very well done there by OG to isolate individual parts of the fight.
Yeah. And Tomato with the Aghanim Scepter now, he doesn't need to care about all these shenanigans, these like open wounds that is still not available, but Solar Bind, Blinding Light, time dilation, that's the big one a lot of the times against Troll, because he can't use his abilities. So the spell mechanic of his own and also dispelling enemies, so that's going to be pretty great pickup, makes him super tanky. Now going into Abyssal Blade after finishing off Basher.
And Roshan's up.
They need some anti-troll items. They might need some, you know,
Scepters.
I also wouldn't mind seeing Heaven's Halberd from Miero.
Okay.
I know that he wants to get a BKB. That's a great item because you can rage BKB into another rage. But Heaven's Halberd, so you have another way of disarming Troll, could be pretty big. This is where most of the damage comes from.
It's all Tomato. 23,000 net worth on the Troll. He's the big man in this game. That's for damn sure. Roshan for him. He's kind of running out of slots at this point. What do you trade out here? Do you put your Basher in your backpack? What's the BK? Okay, BKB in the backpack, pick up the Aegis and swap it back in middle fight. Once he died once.
Backpack beat. Put that in. Roshan's banner, very important in his inventory. Better than Skull Basher. And he did plant that. Let's see where he planted it.
There it is.
There it is. The best item in the game is down. 24 HP, spell immune, by the way.
Very important, this spell immune. I don't want to die to an Illuminate like everybody else has been doing. Nice roll up from BZM. No blink, though. Has the swashbuckle, and now he's been slept up and caught up by Miero. Hang on, Seb with a bit of time buying here. The Demonic Purge and Disruption allows Tomato to come in from that right-hand side. Miero infested inside of him as Whisper went in deep, really deep. Arena'd up but taken down. Nightfall running forward, has a Chrono available. Miero's still alive. Tomato dropping low as well. If they can kill him off the once, they can maybe Chrono him the second time. But OG gonna retreat for now. Losing Whisper though, who bought back.
I don't think they're gonna get anything out of this buyback. A lot of bad decisions all across the board. That like the Chronosphere that we've seen 15 minutes into the game, trying to save your position 5, dying, then, you know, this buyback from Whisper. They're not getting any value out of it.
Yes, there's so many hurdles in this game to get over. I mean, you always talk about Dota being a game of expectations, right? And Lifestealer off lane just completely ruining your expectations. Yeah, from the beginning, you thought, yeah, we're going to be playing against a Beastmaster or a Visage or something like that. Nope. It's a Miero Lifestealer right here. It looks like there, BZM kind of shifting his itemization as well. The unassembled Eon Disc in his inventory and backpack, and an Orchid next up for the Pangolier.
Yeah, both of them, both Pango and Mars have Orchid in their quick buy. They want to be the ones controlling. They know if they can survive long enough throughout these BKBs, they want to control Lifestealer, they want to control Faceless Void, because there is no save. In terms of saves, there is Force Staff, double Force Staff, and that's it.
AT Spirit going to come out and scout Dire Ancients. BZM shows mid, but immediately blinks away.
They have the tools to control this troll. Chronosphere, Infest from a Lifestealer, disarming him, Blinding Light, Batrider with the lasso.
Ogre Steel Totem out Toronto Tokyo, and the Force Staff to buy a bit of space. Hex is there from GPK. And it's all delay tactics here. Don't allow the troll to get a freebie on your doorstep. Meanwhile, Lasso in the back lines. That's Shadow Demon down.
They're splitting the fight nicely.
Seb got fought. Yeah, oh, the Chrono didn't land on anyone, while Toronto Tokyo slain perishes to the hands of the troll.
Yeah, you could feel the nerves. Chrono not connecting onto anything. Both of them losing position 5, but BetBoom, I didn't even see the Chrono because there was not much happening around Faceless Void.
It must have been like a BZM blink out, something like that, right? Or
probably
Whisper blinked out. I don't know. There's so much happening at the same time. Again, we were praising OG on the way they're kind of compartmentalizing the team fights. This time, BetBoom isolating a hero, finding that opening, but still trading out Shadow Demon for the ET. And again, it's OG on the dire side of the map, playing towards this BetBoom base. In a better spot map-wise. Aegis still there for the Troll Warlord as well.
Minute and 15 seconds left.
Swift Blink coming pretty shortly for Tomato. And a Stolen Rage for Ari.
Seb, he needs to keep the distance once they go with the Chronosphere, once they go with Lasso. He needs to be the one saving people, having that cleanse as well available to dispel some of this nasty stuff. Solar Bind, Spirit Vessel, Time Dilation.
He wants to be a life stealer himself, picks up some illusions, clears out that mid-wave with the help of the Radiance Burn. OG starting to knock on the door of this tier 3 mid. Troll all smoked up and a lift up on the life steal. Tons of damage. Miero disappears, but he's holding buyback here. Tomato getting up to high ground, hitting on the buildings. BetBoom got to make a decision pretty swiftly. Oh, the bash out onto Nightfall, a little spooky there. And OG kind of waiting in the shadows, looking for this moment to strike.
Troll Shard, such a powerful tool. All 5 members of OG, they do have Shard available. He's hitting the tower and still dealing damage all across the board. Arcane Rune available bottom, it's being pinged out by Whisper.
But that's Aegis gone now, right? It's just got to expire.
It's gone in a second.
A matter of seconds, yep, there it goes. Using it till the bitter end.
Whisper finds an opening, gets that jump with Arena and Spear. He died so quickly.
That was a good lift from Ari as well.
Both supports from OG, itemizing to keep the distance, both having Blink Daggers, one with Disruption. Ari's building into Wind Waker, which he almost has, needs another 1,000 gold. So that's going to be pretty big. It's going to be all about the saves. 10k gold lead for OG now.
Sitting on gold mine of money.
They will need something to dispel these Wind Wakers with. I also see Aeon Disc locked for BZM, has it. Yep, so somebody will need to buy Nullifier.
Looks like it. It's been a good turn of play here from OG, right? Last 7 or 8 minutes, they've literally been sat in front of tier 3s, just gathering up farm, taking out Ancients, pushing BetBoom back. Eastern European team stuck in their base for quite some time.
Miero doesn't know what to buy. He's changing his item build. I was watching him, goes back to BKB, goes back to AC. He's like, I need an item, but nothing feels as good. I also want to have my buyback available. What was that item called, Gary? The neutral item with the dispel mechanic. Can't remember. My brain stopped.
Neutral item with the dispel mechanic.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We got rid of it like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
That's far too long for my pea-brain to remember. Yeah, you'll have to go back and look at the change logs. Well, he had a quick Aghanims, but a slow BKB here for Miero. 7 minutes behind average. Of course, comparing position 3 to position 1 is a little unfair, but still pretty funny. BZM gets up to high ground with a swashbuckle and then crashes down to the low ground to try and get away from Miero and the rest of BetBoom. Looks like he's successful in doing so. Shield rune down that bottom river spot as well. And yeah, BZM didn't even panic, right? Aeon Disc is still unassembled, ready to pop it whenever he really needs to. And Wind Waker number 1 has arrived. Oh, Flicker had the dispel, the jump around.
Didn't we have a neutral item that did... No, never mind. I was thinking probably about Flicker, where you were dispelling everything, blanking out of trouble.
Dispel yourself with like 50 move speed plus a jump. Yeah, it's a pretty funny item, that one. I'm not sure there was one with like an active you put on someone. Maybe you're right, but I can't remember, honestly. Oh, we had the Minotaur Horn mini BKB, didn't we? Jeez. Oh, my God.
Back to the game.
Reminiscence with Gary and Larry. Here we go. Thinking about the old days.
Ooh, double Bastard now available, so they can control these BKBs from BetBoom, keep them in place. Nightfall, thinking about getting Butterfly. Sure, Butterfly, great item. You're playing against Troll, but you might need to think about these refreshers. Because with Scotty, you definitely have enough mana. Timato, he's getting jumped.
Yeah, the Troll Warlord in trouble now. Hexed up, lasso. The Wind Waker, though, from Ari on the right-hand side. Saves him, buys stun for Tomato here. BKB and Battle Trance both ready as BCM rolls in deep. Troll Warlord disarmed, the Aghanim Scepter from the life stealer causing problems with him as the Chrono comes out and Toronto Token's going to die by back Tomato's the big one that falls. BCM tries to roll in to save his mates, but with the Troll dead, this is easy for BetBoom to run forward and find even more kills. BCM with a blink wins.
Chrono, where's the damage?
Nightfall runs through it, doesn't care about the green bubble. Miro still tanky as well with the healing from GPK. Getting back on top of BCM. Pango, serious issues here for OG, but it's going to prop down, buy a bit of time for BCM to turn and fight. Miero still tanking through it all though, and there it is. The Infest in the blow up, 2 down. OG lose their most important heroes.
Oh, Battle Trance, strong dispels, but yeah, he's caught inside the Chrono, and they're just pummeling onto Troll. The way this started is with Lasso forcing a BKB out of Troll. Nicely placed Chronosphere on top of him, and he can get out of it. They're just focusing down. Sure, he doesn't even have buyback. He's investing all of his gold, sitting at only 500 gold. That there needed to be some kind of a help coming out from him. You know, the Wind Waker, this disruption that we mentioned multiple times, they need to keep the distance, but I believe they were controlled in the backlines.
There's just so much noise and chaos in these fights. Both teams looking for the little edges here and there. This time around, BetBoom successfully exploiting OG's weakness. Now, the big net worth Troll, right? All eggs in one basket, pretty much. Tomato, the be-all and end-all of the OG character situation.
Go back in. Roshan is about to respawn.
They missed it.
They really did. Oh my God, BetBoom.
Can't catch a break.
They really can't. And this is a refresher. This is the big one for Faceless Void.
Oh, not the Roshan's banner?
Roshan's banner, of course, more important than Aegis, more important than Refresher Shard.
Of course. Some tier 4 neutral items coming out now as well.
And really glad that Nightfall did change his mind about Butterfly. Instead, that Refresher seems too good of an item. Having double BKB, having double Chronosphere, also did hit level 25, so backtrack is available. There is no break mechanic that can stop it from going off. It's the only talent in the game that gets broken. It would be, I guess, too OP.
Yeah.
Another fight. Observer Ward placed down by BetBoom.
Oh, smoke into smoke. GPK gonna get Arena caught up in the stuns. They've jumped the Kotl. He's hexed up. GPK, the BKB, the Chrono to save. 3 caught inside with an Earth Splitter. ET Spirit coming. The damage is there. GPK gonna die as Whisper's brought down. Miro and Nightfall, though, struggling to deal with Tomato and BZM.
Nightfall's in trouble.
The Battle Trance and this rolling thunder out of BZM. So difficult to handle. Save is on the run. Miro will try to BKB TP, but they don't get the bash on him.
Oh, what a fight coming out from OG this time around. Troll went pretty ham in that fight. This time they did not focus him down, so he's going to be the one controlling the fight with his Abyssal Blade, with his roots. And no buyback on GPK. Buyback available for Nightfall. He needs to use it.
But with no Chrono, with no Kotl, no Batrider even. This is now 4 versus 3. Barracks are falling. Miro steps up. I don't think that's a fight you can take, though.
He's silenced. No infest. They need to save him. Good force staff from Toronto Tokyo.
Tomato and BZM going to make short work of these buildings, though. Bottom into mid. Easy pickings. Structures crumble as BetBoom looking worse for wear here in game 2. It's been quite back and forth. Team fight into team fight. Both sides have thrown and landed their punches. But OG won, the ones with a 22k lead and that structural advantage.
I think it's time to go and just take Roshan. They have tier 1 tower to TP2, so they can go inside Rosh and take it immediately. I don't know if BetBoom, if they have enough to fight this Roshan. Still can't believe that nobody from BetBoom was inside that Rosh pit. It's going to be Aghanim Scepter for OG. Who's going to pick it up? Pango already has it. Troll has one locked in, has that Aghanim's Blessing recipe.
And consumes it straight away. He's a hungry lad. Growing boy.
Shadow Demon also has his, so Ari will pick it up.
Good stuff.
That's a big win for the OG. Last couple of fights, BetBoom, they looked all over the place. And losing Roshan might just seal the deal for them.
They very well could at this point now. Yeah, but BetBoom, this has got to be a real tough situation to be in. Yeah, you've had glimmers of hope throughout this game. An OG slamming doors and windows left and right. Trying to play out of their base here, BetBoom, to maybe catch a glimpse of someone. Save nearly finds the grab onto Ari.
Adam, their reward.
They need to get back to high ground. The troll is straight on in. Full staff out, save. Gets the space. Miero Nightfall still looking for an angle here, potentially to jump in. Not wanting to risk their lives at this moment, though. And Tomato's troll, very bold. Can just sit there, clearing creep waves, getting up to high ground.
Nightfall, he already used his buyback. Underneath vision.
I saw him.
Needs that refresher. His career is dead.
It's very unfortunate.
Needs 800 gold.
Mid pushing in.
To finish off that refresher.
Top shoved. Tier 3 being cracked wide open.
Only 2 heroes with buyback, Lifestealer and Shadow Demon. Everybody else either on cooldown or not enough money.
Miero, like you say, with the buyback ready, the one that has to kind of step up. Show his face to the troll warlord, say, hey, look at me. Try and contend with the Lifestealer here. They jump in last though, troll dragged back. Good damage in. Tomato though, he's got Aegis, Battle Trance, BKB still holding on here with the BKB, then the Battle Trance. He's disarmed, running forward, being dragged back towards Fountain. Miero jumps out, gets immediately bashed, whacked around. Tomato looks fine with the save out of the disruption. And BZM hexed up now, but the Eon Disc and the Swashbuckle gets them to safety, while the Yules on Nightfall lift up into the
Nightfall's in trouble.
This space with Void is serious trouble. Abyssal Blade's
dead.
Finished off by the Troll Warlord.
No buyback on him.
This looks like it's it. OG in game 2 forced the series to a game number 3. Whew.
Man, they really dodged the bullet there. If they lost to a Lifestealer off lane,